darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek.
Well, hello, guys, and welcome to Journey Ryan Live right here on My Psychic Connection. I hope everyone has had an amazing week so far. We've had some great shows, amazing information, but whew, are you feeling it? Has your technology been acting up? Squirrel says, hey, Journey. Hey, what's going on? Cassidy says, let's go, Journey. Let's go. All right. Emma says, hi, Journey. I missed you. I miss you too, sweetheart. Guys, have you been feeling it? We got Energy. It says, woohoo, it's Journey Ryan with his amazing insight. Thank you, Energy. But we've got a lot going on right now. And Squirrel says, my tech has been evil. That is because we are on the borderline. In just a few hours, we're going to be in retrograde, and Mercury is already at the play. It is already kicking our asses. It has got YouTube screwed up. It's got Facebook screwed up. It's got your apps screwed up. I've been looking around fixing technology problems like crazy. I'm like, why is all this stuff that I can't fix screwing up, and all the stuff I can fix, I get it done in a minute? I was like, get with the program. The other people need to get with it. You pay people big bucks to fix this shit. All right, get it together. I hope everybody is ready to have a good time, and let's talk about that Mercury and what it's going to do to us, and why Mercury plays so many games with us. Why does it mess with our technology? Energy says, drum roll, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, they can keep the drums. I would throw the drums at Mercury, but Mercury retrograde doesn't usually affect me in the same way it affects other people, as I was born during Mercury retrograde, and 4 other planets were retrograde when I was born. So I actually kind of like the retrogrades. They benefit me in many, many ways. So it gives me the opportunity to see things that when it comes to communication, when people try to twist things, especially during a retrograde, or when communication's coming out wrong, when they're trying to say something else, I have the ability to see through it. I have the ability to know that is not what they meant to say. They were trying to say it this way. And then they're like, oh my God, that's not what I meant. I'm like, I totally know what you meant. And then I explain it to them. They're like, you're the only person. I was like, well, I'm one of those people that was born during the retrograde. So works out in my best interest. Squirrel and I have had that conversation many times where she was trying to tell me something. And Vanessa says, like the retrograde. Yes. I don't have a problem with them. Venus is another one I don't have a problem with. When Venus goes retrograde, it is couples need therapy in that moment. A lot of times, because that's our love planet, and your couples are going to end up arguing because they're missing their communication. Or one's got an attitude, the other one doesn't, and you guys are hitting and missing. It happens. Actually, Geminis during a Venus retrograde are a little bit more balanced, and you can kind of understand where they're coming from a lot easier than when it's not retrograde. Something I've noticed. That's from my own experience. I can't say that's for everybody, but from my own experience and dealing with these people, I can tell you that is what I have saw. Squirrel says, Mercury retrograde because it's my Venus envy. Venus envy. Yes, I love it. I almost said the other word. You know which word I was talking about. Down and Over says, no lie. I so miss communicating with mine right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally get it. Energy says, a great time to review what in retrograde tactics, how I put a more positive spin on it. Absolutely, you can take a retrograde and make a positive out of it, like I do when it comes to people trying to miscommunicate. I always keep in mind retrograde is happening when technology is failing. Rather than allowing it to aggravate me, I understand Mercury's at play. Why does it mess with our technology? Taylor says, "Loving the hair. You look British." Yes, I just broke up with my boy band. What's your favorite scary movie? Kat says, "Love the hair. Thanks so much. I appreciate it." Miss Collins, hi Journey. Hello, Miss Collins. Love you. All right, guys, we've got a lot going on. We got a lot of readings to get to. So, guys, make sure you guys are posting your specific questions in the chat because we're going to try to get to as many of those as possible. Emma says, "The hair is so much fun." Very nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Literally, I washed it and didn't have time to style it before the show. So I was like, it's going to look good anyway. I got this. I got good conditioner. So, all right, guys. So let's talk about some of the things we got going on here. We've got a emoji contest going on. So, guys, make sure you guys are posting as many emojis as possible because, guys, we are going to be giving a great reading at the end of the show with the Sacred Forest deck. That is the only time I'm going to do a general. If you have a general question that you would like to have answer, head over to mypsychicconnection.com where you guys can sign up, get 3 free minutes, and talk to the psychic of your choice about that general question. Now, guys, do know that we are supporting Shriner Children's Hospital. They do amazing things for people who cannot afford the health care for children who have different types of diseases and things like that. So, guys, check out Shriners Children's Hospital. When you donate to us, a portion of our donation, the donation that you make to us, goes to Shriner Children's Hospital. So, make sure you guys are helping us. By helping us, you help them. And guys, do know when you guys do donate, if you do a quick read, you get up to 5-minute reads, and our 3Ms, our mini, our medium, and our mega are untimed readings. And you guys, it takes as long as it takes in order to get the message out. So we have some lightning rounds coming up, and Skrill says, "Never wanted to hear you say, I read that way again." I read that. Oh. I read that way. Okay, that was really stupid. All right, anyway. Oh, you gotta love it. It's a Friday night, guys. We're here. We're having fun. Let's get to these beautiful questions that you guys have for us. Guys, do remember to be patient. And guys, if you do donate, make sure you guys post your question prior. That way we have it. So when it is time to grab that donated read, we can jump right on it, okay? So when you donate, if your name does not match the name to the payee from the payer, make sure you guys type your name in so we know who we're looking for when we get those donations in, okay? It makes things a lot more easy, and we're not going, "Who donated?" Some of you we know because it matches. All right, guys, let's get the party started. How do we start it off? This is how we started off, guys. We started off with a lightning round. That way we can get you guys fired up and get me fired up with these beautiful yes-no questions, guys. This is the time right now for the next 2 minutes. This is the short one because we got another one coming up later where you guys are going to ask as many yes-no questions in the next 2 minutes. And I'm going to try to do my best to answer yes, no, and sometimes undetermined. Just depends on how you word the question. Remember, how you word it means everything. Let's get started. Emma says, "Is my life a complete circus? Is my life a complete circus and a half?" No. Kat, "Does Dylan love me?" Yes. Taylor, "Will I go to Hawaii for my birthday in September?" Undetermined. Vanessa, "Will my hours at work increase?" Yes. There's more to that. Diamond, will I be able to move on from L? Yes. Vanessa, will Craig and I get engaged? Yes. So much more. You guys give me these juicy ones. Taylor says, will I get my job back at the club reveal? Undetermined because there's more. Okay, I know why. All right. Uh, Vanessa says, will I be traveling this year? Yes. Firefly, does Scorpio like the attention from Miss W? Kinda. Yes. Skrill says, does anyone ever see me out in the wild and go, damn, he's kind of handsome? Very much so, yes. Kat, will Mike want me? Yes. Emma, will I enjoy my next? Sorry, guys. Those gremlins are playing. But yes to this question. All right, Diamond, will my money be here before the 8th of August for my family reunion trip? No. All right, guys, that was our very first yes no lightning round. Guys, so make sure you guys save some of those yes no questions for later. And dang you, retrograde. Vanessa says yes, there was a little bit of, the funny thing about that is that really isn't retrograde. Every day at 10:10, now mind you, every day at 10:10, the internet stops for just a second and then comes back. It's super weird. Jesse B says, Journey, your hair looks so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Maybe I should wear it like this a little bit more often, huh, guys? What do we think? Hair like this, slick back, cut short. What are we doing here? I like it like this. All right. And guys, don't forget to tell me where you guys are from. I'd love to know where we're talking, who we're talking to, what part of the world you're in. Some of us are here in the States. Some of us are in Canada. Some of us are in Australia. Some of us are in the UK. Some of us are in China. Some of us are in the Philippines. Where are we coming from? New Zealand is another one I've seen quite a bit. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take our first question. Who do we got? We've got Gemma. Gemma says, with Adam being so down and a little distant, especially since his ex contacted him, how do I navigate this? I've told him I'm there for him. Do I try to get him to talk or wait for this to pass? So what I feel like we need to do is stop communicating about it right now. Talk about anything else. Don't say, I'm here to talk to you about her. Don't communicate it that way. Talk about anything else. Talk about how much you had a great time with him here. Talk about, how your day is gone. But do not talk about that particular situation. It is like every time it starts to get a scab on it, and it's like ripping that scab back off and it starts bleeding all over again. So I really wouldn't recommend communicating about it right now. If he brings it up, Gemma, that's fine. Then you're there to listen. But do not judge. But what he also needs to hear from you is that you are not worried. You are not scared of her. You are not seeing that he's going to choose her over you, because he isn't. If he wanted her, he could have her. But clearly that's not the case. That's not what he wants. So what I'm going to tell you is talk about your day. Ask him how his day's been. Talk about shows, movies, things that are coming out. Just, I was thinking about the next time you come, we go and do this. I would love to check out this restaurant. I've been dying to go. I would love to go there with you. My first time there would be your first time there. So it would be something you guys could do together as something that neither one of you have done. So talk about anything else other than that particular situation until he's ready to bring it to the surface, because the more it's brought up, the more it's talked about, the further and further. All right, Gemma, thank you so much for that question. And I must say, for anybody that's having like these little communication problems with somebody and there's something that is being misconstrued or something like that, remember, retro is at play right now. It is. Retro's like, ooh, free game. Screw this up, touch that, mess with that. I got you. And then you're over there going, why? Shit, fuck, So save yourself the drama and really word what you need to say properly. So if there's like a situation like that where you could avoid that, know not to talk about it because it's not something you guys should be talking about in this time frame. All right. I saw Vanessa in Chicago. I love Chicago. I used to live in Chicago, in Boys Town, actually. Vanessa says, blondes have more fun. Girl, I have been blonde my entire life, and I have had the best. I've got some of the best stories. Squirrel's got to hear some of them. Actually, Squirrel and I both have some really, really, some are PG-13, but the rest of them are pretty grown stories. But Energy says, hello from Long Beach, Australia. Gotta love that, Australia. I've seen all the beautiful pictures from out there. Squirrel says from Minnesota, from Hall from Minnesota. Ha, is that you saying hi? Is that how they say it? Or is that the name of the town? All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep the party rolling. Make sure we're sharing out far and wide as we can. And Squirrel says it's Dakota for hi pronounce. Wait, huh? It's Dakota for hi and pronounced how. So you were trying to speak Native American to me. Got it. Okay, it took me a second to figure that out, but I got it. Got it. How? Back at you. All right. So let's go ahead and take that next question. Who do we got? Vanessa says, Boys Town's where all the fun is. Of course it is. I used to live there. Who's our next question? We got Taylor. Taylor says, hi, Journey. Do you see a reconciliation between Habib and I? Great question. That is a great question, Taylor. The thing about it is that someone's got to be the adult in the situation. There are a lot of games back and forth between the two of you. So right now during retrograde, it's not a time to play games or if they got an attitude, then the next day you have an attitude and it's just going to keep going back and forth. It will be misconstrued. It will be misunderstood. This is time for you to speak clearly. Someone's got to be the adult in this situation, and both of you seem to keep going back and forth. When you're upset, he's trying to be nice. When he's trying to be nice, you're upset for what happened the day before. You guys are going back and forth. Will you guys reconcile? Absolutely. Will you guys stay in a strong bond? She says, not me. Why can't he be the adult? But you both need to be the adult right now. You both need to be the adult. The adult. The adult. Both of you. She goes, will we? Yeah, I mean, you can. You can, because when I see him communicating with you, he's trying to be the adult. So I feel like not pushing, being a strong bond. Absolutely, you can be. The thing about it is that you guys act like each other can read each other's minds. You can't read his mind. He can't read your mind. So you guys really need to straighten out your communication, because that seems to be where things are falling flat. You guys communicate about other things without a problem, but when it comes about your feelings or the things that you want, neither one of you are communicating properly. So I'm going to tell you, you need to communicate. It's a must. It's a must. Now, communication's weak. We need to fix it. And it's retrograde. It's only going to get more discombobulated. So we need to speak as directly as possible without attitude. That goes for anybody. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Who do we got next? And Taylor says, okay, right. Thank you. You're so welcome. We got Scrails. Actually, different question. I care more about, I applied to a few jobs recently. Would the custodian job being offered to me be a good fit for me? Seems like it would be pretty task-driven and plenty of time on my own, but it might just be overexcited to get a job. Okay. So now I get that there's a lot of time alone with this custodial job, but this custodian job I do feel like would be a good one as long as it's at night. If it's during the day, you're not going to like it. I don't see you liking it. I don't feel like you would appreciate it if it were during the day. At nighttime, absolutely. Kind of goes hand in hand with you talking about the trucker job or becoming a trucker. It's a nighttime job. Perfect. That would work out great for you because you're a night owl as well. So it works at your best hours. But the thing here too, you said something about being a trucker prior or getting a trucker license. I don't feel that one's a good fit for you, only for the facts that it's more lonely than you ever imagined. And you are worried about it as a custodian. Could you imagine being on the road for weeks at a time with nobody around you? You couldn't handle that. So yes, you could get the license. I don't think you would appreciate the job because it would be too dangerous for you. The custodian job, absolutely love that for you. I feel like it would give you a lot of time to work on other things and provide a paycheck. Squirrel says, I like working on my own, but having free time to talk to people outside of it. Absolutely. This would provide that for you, along with providing a check and allowing you to do things on your time and when you're awake. There is no, I missed the clock. Oh my God, I'm going to be late. None of that, because you'll wake before you're supposed to. Definitely a good opportunity for you. I wouldn't hesitate. All right, just remember, we are in retrograde starting at, it's tomorrow technically, but I started at midnight because that sucker's been already on the go. Squirrel says, awesome, thank you, Journey. You are so welcome. Guys, we're retrograding it. It's happening. We got to deal with it. You always hear, don't sign a contract during a retrograde. You can sign a contract during a retrograde. Read the fine print. Read all of the communication that is being given to you, so that way you know everything that you need to know. You can't skim it. You have to read it, understand it, absorb it. Remember, we get miscommunications. Lexi says, hey, what's going on, Lexi? So make sure while we're in this retrograde that we're reading things through. It's okay to sign a contract. It's okay to start a new job during a retrograde, but just read things through. The way you would communicate something to somebody while you're trying to make sure that they get all the information that they possibly can, it's the same thing with that document. Make sure that you are reading everything through very thoroughly so you know exactly what to expect and there's no surprises. Okay? All right. Well, let's keep it going, guys. Let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? All right. We've got Kat. Kat says, how is Michael feeling about me? We plan on meeting soon. I hinted that I was interested before. Well, from what I can tell, when it comes to this situation, I feel like Michael is now ready themselves. You had been ready before, but Michael wasn't. Michael's still walking into this situation with cold feet. Like, he is nervous. Even though you guys have communicated and you guys have talked for a while, talking on the phone is one thing, talking on an app is another, talking on the computer is another thing. But being together in person definitely can make somebody feel a little bit of nerves. Do I look right? Am I going to look like my pictures? Are they going to like me? Are they going to like how I am in person? Sometimes people's personalities change from being a persona on a phone or being a persona on a social media platform to who they truly are in real life. So there's a lot of overthinking here, and especially during the retrograde. I can't help but bring it up because it's really important. It's like the first day is tomorrow. So make sure that you are taking care of what you need to take care of, and you are ready, and you are trying to wash away your nerves. I do get that you're nervous too. That plays a big factor in it. But I do feel like he's excited and happy and ready to meet you in person and see you in person. And I feel like things are going to come together. So I really want you to open up that door. I want you to feel good about this situation. Don't put too much pressure, because wondering how he feels, you're putting pressure on yourself, you're putting pressure on the situation. That situation does not need pressure. As a matter of fact, it's going to be met with excitement. Speak clearly, talk to each other, hear each other out, because communication is not about just talking, it's about listening too. But I really feel like you're going to have a great time, and this is only going to lead to more, she says, yes, super nervous. Right. So, all right. We got the bell on that one, honey. But if you guys would like any more information, anybody who's has gotten a reading so far and you want more information, you guys know how to do it. Click that donation link. It will take you straight over to all the donations, and you can get a quick read, a mini read, a mega, or a mediumship, guys. Do you know we've got the 3Ms is what I call it. Squirrel took it from me the other night. I told her she could use it. It's okay. It's okay. And remember when I was talking about personas on the computer? I am this way, the way you see me, the way I talk to you, the way I am in real life. I have met most of the psychics that work here on the network, and we've been together in person. We've hung out for weeks at a time, and I am the same person. They're like, I wondered if you were the same person online as you are in real life, and I am who I am. That's how I've always been. Lexi says, is there a limit to how many reviews I can leave? You can leave as many reviews as you want. All right. And guys, if you like your reading, Squirrel says, is truth. And Squirrel is just as quirky and fun in person. She is. Except for you laughing too much. She gets a little lightheaded, starts to slide. I caught her like 65 times. But I think it's because she wasn't expecting my stealth mode, is what my husband calls it. I walk so softly, but I'm 6'2", so you expect me to walk through a house like Bigfoot. I don't. Squirrel says she swears to God that she turned around and I just appeared. And that literally I would stomp my feet walking through her house just so she knew I was coming, so she wouldn't faint. It was pretty funny. But we had a great time. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Who do we got next? And Squirrel says, oh my God, yeah, I passed out and fall asleep, and when I get scared like that, I faint like a goat. Yes. Had to catch me. Yeah, many times. There was a lot of catching you there. It was fun. I got you. Remember I said I had your back? I did. I caught you. All right, Lexi says, imagine having a drink with Journey and Squirrel. Literally my dream. Wow. We did that before with Journey and Friends, which will be a show that'll be coming back here. You guys will be seeing that in the near future, but I'm not sure exactly what days and times that will be. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? We've got Firefly. Firefly says, Scorpio and I are attracted to each other, but he is not ready for a serious relationship. So there's sexual tension. How will it bode for us if we were more than flirty romantic? Oh, we want to get that brown chicken, brown cow. Okay. Don't want to harm our chances for a more serious future connection. So I'm going to say this. Brown chicken, brown cow is not going to ruin anything between the two of you. If anything, it's going to bring you guys even closer. But the thing is don't show too much of that. Don't overwhelm. If there's no overwhelming energy, he will come to it on his own, and you will be willing to accept it. She says, get jiggy. No. Anyway, but the thing about it is that what I see with the energy, what I see between the two of you is being intimate with each other is not going to ruin the opportunity for you guys to become a couple on that level. So if you did take it to that level, you would be fine. But I'm going to tell you, don't overwhelm each other with emotions. Because until he is ready, those emotions will make him push back. That would be, all right, we had sex, now I'm overly emotional, you're turning on that energy really high. if you do that, yeah, that can push him back. But when he's bringing it forward, because it's him that's not ready, but you are. So when he gives it to you, you're accepting of it. You can accept it, but let him take the lead. It's most needed, most needed, most good, Newman, most good. All right, so Firefly says, okay, noted. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we've got a lot of cool things happening here. I do want to make an announcement. Usually we have YouTube shorts, but throughout this weekend, there will be no YouTube shorts this weekend, but they will start back up Tuesday morning. YouTube's been having a little bit of glitch here and there. So if you guys have had that and seen that, we're in retrograde. So check them out Tuesday morning. They'll be back live and on the air. All right. So Fireflies, thank you so much. You are so welcome. And guys, but you guys got a full week of shows Monday through Friday. Guys, let's make sure that we're doing good things back here. Okay? Don't be rude. Everybody stay on track. I saw some rudeness. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. We don't do rude here. All right, guys. Let's keep it going. What do we got next? All right, we got the next lightning round. This is where you guys are going to post as many yes/no questions as you possibly can. So, guys, load me up with these yes/no questions. You can ask as many as you want as long as they are yes or no questions. I can't tell you the color of Bobby's hair, nothing, because that is not part of this round. So, let's go ahead and get those yes/no questions out to me as fast as possible because you got 3 minutes to do so. So load it up. And guys, make sure we're paying attention to that emoji contest too because it is on fire. All right, Emma says, did my haunted mirror enjoy scaring my mother? Laugh out loud. I had a bad comment for that. It was like, why did she look into it? But yes, it did. Emma says, does my brother need to wax his facial? No. God, no. Kat, will Mike flirt with me? Yes. Norma, will I find a job soon? I'm going to say yes, but we have two different interpretations of soon. Arkisha, does KL want to be married? Undetermined. Lexi, will I find a man with D as good as my ex-husband? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of a name, but then I read the full question and was like, got it. So, better. Yes. All right, Firefly. Will me and Scorpio get jiggy soon? Yes. Emma, does my future life partner have arm tattoos? Yes. Arkisha, does KL want an even more deeper connection with me long term? Yes. But there's, oh my God, the way you guys word these questions, I could go on because there's so much more to explain. Cassidy says, will I be at my same job in 2 years? Yes. Scrile, will I be the hottest janitor in the office building? Well, of course. Arkisha, has KL and fallen or has KL fallen or grown in love with me? Grew. Norma, will things work out between D and me? This is actually a name. Yes. Kat says, will Mike be surprised I texted him? Yes. Emma, will I have a good cuddle session with a cute guy this autumn season? Absolutely yes. Firefly, will my work project I'm doing be successful? Yes. Squirrel, damn, will it be my turn to get down soon? I'm going to say undetermined because I have so much to say about that right now. So much to say about that. Emma says, will I be the first in line to get an iced pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks when they first start serving them again? And no. Someone's going to beat you to it. And I see Squirrel over there laughing. Laughing his ass off. All right, guys, the way you guys word your questions, and that's what I was talking about, those yes-no rounds, the way you word it changes the way that the answer is provided. So if you use the word soon, because soon can be different for people. Some people think soon is in 2 or 3 days. Some people think it's 2 or 3 weeks. Some think it's 2 or 3 months. Hell, some think it's a year from now. But if you can ask a yes or no question and drop the word soon, you could probably get a more clearer answer. Emma Rose says, yes, my mom did look into my haunted mirror and she saw herself. All right. Well, I guess it scared the hair off the cat, so we're all good. Now you got a Sphinx. All right. So let's keep it going, guys. Let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? Lexi says some people think it's Lexi soon. All right, there we are. Mohet, will Kamala Harris be our next U.S. president? I don't do politics. Take that off the screen. That's a bad one. Guys, don't do politics here. That is something I won't read on, and only because it causes arguments and it's kind of rude. All right, so Diamond, will I be able to move from L? I did feel like you were going to, but the thing about it is that you got to learn to cut some of the ties. You've got to start letting go of some of the things. Yes, there's pain there. Yes, there's annoyance there. Yes, there's aggravation there. But in order to take yourself away from this person, you have to start letting go of some of the things, meaning that you're forgiving the situation, but you're not forgetting the situation. You're just stepping back away from it so it no longer has power over you. And that L no longer has power over you. You need to look at it that way. The longer you allow this energy to come around, the longer that you continue to keep doing what you're doing, I'm going to tell you, it's not healthy. You got to walk away, but you've got to forgive, but you don't forget. And the reason you don't forget that situation is you allow yourself the ability to learn from the lessons that you've already learned. So allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to do the things that you need to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be able to start cutting those ties. So if someone, let's say L gave you a sweater, it's time to put that sweater away until you can look at it again or get rid of it. Give it away to somebody, give it to a charity, give it back to L. Do whatever you got to do. But if it reminds you too much and brings too much pain, and it's time to let it go. It's a time for forgiveness. It's writing down all the hateful things that you want to say, all the things that you can't say because it's not letting you, because they're not letting you. Write it down and put it in a journal. Get it out of your system. But you need to start letting things go, and you need to start taking your time away from L. Stop thinking about L. Start pulling yourself back. Let L go. Letting L go goes both ways. L needs to step away, and you've got to pull back. Yeah, there's more that I could say on that. Cord cutting is one of the hardest things to do, because when we think that we're going to walk away from somebody, we hold on to things, and there are angers that we hold on to. That way, when something triggers those angers, or we see somebody else going through something, it brings back all those emotions. When we're trying to walk away from somebody, we really got to pull back our energy. We've got to forgive ourselves for what has happened, what we allowed to happen in our lives. If you cannot forgive yourself for what has happened in your life, a true cord cutting can never, ever happen. Why? Because all you've done is hide the cords. You didn't cut them. Out of sight, out of mind does not work in cord cutting. That means they're always connected, and the first thing that hits the power on it, boom, all those cords are back, and you can see them all. And you're feeling everything. And again, they're having power and control over you. Cutting cords is very important, but you've got to do your work too. It's not just a magical thing that can just happen. Yes, cord cutting can happen, but if you don't let go, as the person who's getting a cord cutting session done, is cord cutting. I've seen cord cutting where people put candles and they're like, in the string, in the... Where's the string? I need a piece of string. If I cut a string in half, does that do anything for me? No, besides make garbage. Now I've got 2 strings. It's done nothing. Cutting that and doing that without being there, without working on it, without getting the things out of our system, knowing the play-by-play. If someone's like, I'm going to light a candle for you and burn some strings on it, that's your cord cutting. They're full of shit. They are full of shit. Do you know how long cord cutting takes? 30 days if you're good at what you're doing, and 60 days if you keep falling backwards. It takes a long ass time. And lighting a birthday candle with a piece of yarn is not cord cutting. I've seen that on TikTok. I've seen that on Facebook. And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? That is not a real ceremony. That's some backwoods bullshit. Someone came together and was like, I'm going to charge $5 for this. You just gave them $5 for no reason. Well, you paid for the birthday candle. Emma says, Journey knows this stuff. Absolutely. I've been trained my whole life. My whole life. I was raised up in this way. This is not new to me. People buy spell books in the damn stores, and they're like, I got a spell book, and I'm gonna read this spell. That is not even the tip of the iceberg. That is a foundation for you to build around. That is not a full spell. A full spell, every spell that's ever been written is not a, oh, well, I can do this spell, and it's this, and it's that, and that's what it does. That is the bones to it. You have to add the meat. Without the meat, you're just casting to cast. And it's going wherever the fuck it wants. Energy takes the fastest route. That's why you have to be precise. You want money in your life? And you're like, I did a money spell. Did you tell them how to get the money? Where you wanted the money to come from? No? Well, I'm sorry your grandma passed away and gave you an inheritance. You got the money you asked for, but you lost your grandma. That's why people are scared of magic, because it does whatever it wants. Emma says, I wish I came from a family of fellow psychics. Laugh out loud. I'm jealous now. Honey, I love my life. As a matter of fact, growing up, I thought everybody could do this. I scared the hell out of my kindergarten teacher on the first day, and they actually had to move me to another class because I scared her so badly. And I didn't know that people couldn't see other spirits. I was like, you can't see them? They're standing right there. They're talking to you. Yeah, freaked her out. I had to go to a totally different class. Worked out in my favor because I was an honor roll student, and that class was a little bit, I would say a little bit slower than I was. All right, so guys, be careful when doing spells, and if you're going to know your practitioner, know that that person is not going to pick up a little book and that's all it is. There's going to be so much detail to it, because just like when you're trying to get power to your house, Emma says, one of the main reasons I enjoy watching this show is because I get to learn from fellow psychics that have more experience than me. Right, but the thing about it is that when you get these experiences, how do they compare to your own? And how can you decipher some of the things that have been bullshit that you've been meant to believe, and then to see the real thing and go, now I know what that meant, and it wasn't this, it means this. I do that with dream interpretation all the time. I try to teach people how to do that, and some people have some pretty wild-ass imaginations, I gotta say that. But I could go on around all day about magic, but we'll get more back to that. We'll get more to that later. Let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? We got Arkisha. Says, what does the future hold for KL and I? And thank you. I love the blue hearts, meaning you're going to get some Reiki. So guys, let's see those blue hearts in the chat if you'd like some Reiki energy after I'm done with the show. So put your blue hearts out and I will put your name on my Reiki list. All right. So Arkisha, when it comes down to K and L, K is K. I'm going to call him K. Okay? Okay. All right. So K is definitely nervous about diving deep, but it's not anything that time won't heal or have you guys grow closer. So I do feel like there's a closeness here. I do feel like there's a love here. I definitely feel it's unspoken, but it exists. And the actions are going to start speaking louder than its words. And KL is going to be a little bit more enthusiastic about being around you, spending more time with you, sharing with you in a strong and passionate way. Take one step at a time with it. Don't let them rush you. I don't think they're going to. You've been waiting. But follow their lead until they get comfortable. You'll know when they're comfortable because their actions will be full-time and rather than part-time. When you do that, that's when I see this being the relationship that you want it to be. This is where you're feeling more comfortable. This is where things are coming together. It is absolute beautiful energy. I feel like things are going to only get stronger from here moving forward, but it will take time. I say you guys are saying that you guys are a couple, full-fledged couple. We're looking at the beginning of October, but it's going to feel more like when the bell rings. Like, right as the bell rings, it's going to feel more like stay tuned next week to find out what the hell's going to happen with KL. That's what the bell does to us. When we're reading, the bell's like, you want more information? Click that donation link. All right. Arkisha, thank you so much for your beautiful question. And girl, hang in there. It's coming together. Don't push it. Let him lead the way. All right, guys. So remember, magic is free and magic is everywhere. Magic's in you. Magic's in me. Magic's in the air that we breathe. Magic is in the sun. Some people call it God gene. Some people call it magic. Some people call it, I don't know, they call it all kinds of shit. All right, so let's get past what the hell they call it. So it's energy. It goes in many directions. It takes the easiest route. So when we are writing things like spells, we're writing things that are important to us. How we get it there is very important. What is the road that it needs to take? I would like money to come my way, so I would prefer an amazing job with great pay. Write it all out, how you want to get it, how long you need, all this great stuff. Put it together. It needs a roadmap. It needs a roadmap. Give it a roadmap. All right, guys. If you guys are seeing trolls, do not worry about them. There's trolls. I don't know what's going on there, but ignore them. They're not a part of my psychic connection. And if they were so damn great, they'd have their own damn show instead of coming to my show trying to poach our people. Losers. Not a bridge, bitches. Not a bridge. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep the party going. Who do we got next? We've got Norma. Norma says, Journey, does D really believe he can keep two relationships and be happy without coming to light? No, he doesn't believe that. What he's having a hard time doing is separating from the other person. Doesn't want to hurt the other person's feelings because he cares, but he's not in love with that person. So it's going to take time until the right opportunity comes through for them to be able to separate that situation. So I don't want you to think that you're going to be the one that they walk away from, because it's not you they walk away from, it's the other person. But they're not doing it this year. It's going to take more time. We're going into 2025 when I see that happening. Thing is, can you hold out? Can you deal with it? Because it's already putting a lot of pressure on you. I want to see things move forward for you. I want to see things going great for you. But unfortunately, I feel like things are coming where you would like them to be a little bit more committed to solely you. And I get that. You deserve that. But if that's something you want and you're willing to wait, it'll happen in the beginning of 2025. But it's not going to happen now. And there's nothing you can do to try to force it to happen. Because if you start to force it, what's going to happen is they're going to bolt. They're going to go the complete opposite direction. So don't put yourself in the position where you're trying to force it to happen, because it's not going to work in your favor. You don't want to do that. The problem with that is it will not bring them closer. It will push them away. I had to say that because that damn bell was like, gotcha! On next week's episode of Journey Couldn't Tell You because the bell rang. All right, Norma says, I know it's not going to happen anytime soon. I just don't think it will be me. Those are your doubts, honey. Those are your doubts. And she says, thanks. You are so welcome. And we all have doubts. We're always going to think someone's going to choose somebody else over us, but we need to start trusting on our own hearts and our own understandings and know how special we are to somebody. You may feel that they're special to you. Well, why can't you be special to them? And when you feel or say things like, I didn't think you'd choose me, you think you're being kind and you're being, oh my God, I can't believe you chose me. To them, they're like, why wouldn't I choose you? Now, of course, not everybody gets chosen, and we doubt ourselves. But we need to come into this world with confidence. We're here for the experience. Remember that, guys. This is just an experience. Why we're here on these flesh bags we call skin, these bodies. Remember, you're going to shed it one day, and you're going to be coming back with all your experiences, everything you felt, the taste of chocolate, the wind blowing through your hair, the touch of rain, what water felt like, what warm water felt like, what cold water felt like, what love felt like. You're bringing all of that back. I call it the collective because that's where everybody goes. Others call it heaven. There's other names for it. For me, it's the collective. Because that's where I talk to all the different spirits that come through when people are asking questions and they want to talk to some past loved ones. They come for the collective for me. I see heaven a lot differently than most. From my own experiences, I have to explain. I'll do that on another show because we're running a little low on time. So, guys, I know that we talked about a witchcraft show and going deeper into that. Again, with a show of hands, let's see them. How many people would like to see that? Because there is one coming soon. There is a witch show coming soon, and I will be a part of that show. So, guys, get ready for it. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun. We're going to talk deep about it. We've got our astrology show that'll be coming back in the fall, and we also have our dream show that'll also be coming back in the fall. So, guys, get ready for it. Certain shows will be going on breaks, and we'll be replacing them with other ones. Lexi says, fuck yes, please. All right. And then Emma says, me. Vanessa's saying, I can't wait. All right. Absolutely. I see Denise with some hands. Yes, absolutely. So, guys, we will be letting you guys know when that happens. But Vanessa says, so excited. Absolutely. I'm going to teach you guys how to do this stuff. I'm going to teach you how to do it correctly so it's no longer dangerous. Remember, magic is not black. It's not white. It is a neutral thing. It is energy. Energy is neutral. It is all the intention and what you're doing with it that makes it the direction it goes in. You can make it positive. You can make it negative. But remember, Everything you put into the universe comes back times 10. Not 3, 10. All right, guys, we have the emoji contest winner, Emma Rose. You are the emoji contest winner. Congratulations. Wow, you were killing it out there. I saw it. You were just bang, 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 bang. I saw them. You were just, wow, overwhelming. Come on, guys. You got to get on board. But, guys, I know, and Emma says, yeah. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys this. I know you guys love the emoji game, but there is a new game coming out that's just as fun, and it's going to give you guys the opportunity to win a reading, but the emoji contest game will be going away. Yes, this beautiful sign that says emoji contest will change into something else. Don't worry, guys. It's going to morph into something more beautiful. But congratulations, Emma. We'll talk more about that when we get closer to it. I just love dropping tidbits for you guys throughout the show. And you're just like, son of a, why? It's not now? What? Yeah, I give you something to look forward to. Stick around. We got fun shit happening. All right, so let's go and see what's happening here. All right, wow, Emma Rose. Why wouldn't you get the Wild Rose Fairy card? Love. The Wild Rose, Emma Rose. So, this is about you yearning for love. You are so thirsty for it. And I think you're trying a little too hard to get love. So what I would do is kind of retract your emotions, maybe try to balance them out a little bit. Take yourself a salt bath, kind of calm your energies down. Love can happen, but if you try to force it, it's going to back off and it's only going to be hurtful. So you're not going to get the experience that you were intended to get, and you're going to end up with a different experience that you're not so wanting. So she says, yeah, I've been on Tinder way too much. Yeah, it can happen, but being on Tinder too much doesn't mean love. I mean, it could mean some things, but you know what I'm saying? All right, so the thing about it is that when you do connect with somebody, allow it to grow slowly. Don't allow it to grow too quickly. It's the emotions that grow too quickly for you. You're a lover at heart. You're one of those hopeless romantics. You want that Hallmark, that Hallmark movie channel love. It's not that you can't get that, but you're looking for it in the wrong places. And you need somebody to take the lead so you can feel what you've been looking for. Okay? So, pull back on love just a little bit. Don't let it overwhelm you. You're allowed to love. You're allowed to get out there. She goes, I want that luxury lifestyle love. Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want that type of love, girl? Everybody likes money. But the thing is that luxury lifestyle love, sometimes luxury, that word alone, she goes, I need a dominant man. Absolutely, you sure do. That luxury lifestyle, luxury comes in many, many ways. So if you were putting that out into the universe, luxury doesn't always mean money. You could be rich in other things. So again, teaching a little something about witchcraft, that would have backfired on you had you put that in a spell. Would have backfired on you. You would have got luxuries, but you would have got the wrong ones. All right. Let's keep it going with gratitude. Be happy with what you got currently. Be happy with what you got currently. I feel like you continue. She goes, I'm a gold digger at heart. Laugh out loud. Well, I wouldn't say that you're a gold digger. You want what you want. There's a difference. I get it. So, but have gratitude for the things that you have. Be appreciative of the things that you have currently. Don't let that lifestyle that you're working towards interfere with what you have today. So be proud, be thankful, and be excited for what you have in your life today. Because if you're miserable now, you're not going to get what you want later. You need to be able to accept things for what they are, be grateful, have gratitude, and you'll be able to get to where you need to be. Okay? All right. We've got knowledge. You've definitely gained quite a bit of that today. So she goes, I made a list of 11 things I'm grateful for today. Actually, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so glad that you did. But have gratitude. You can be grateful, but have gratitude. That has to go along with grateful. Knowledge. This is a time for you to learn some things. So I feel like things from the universe are coming your way, where something that you weren't expecting. So this isn't going to school and learning something or picking up a book and learning something, but things around you, messages coming your way. They will use people, objects, and things to get your attention. Pay attention right now. The universe is trying to tell you something. The two main things that you were focused on was love and being grateful, having that gratitude. Those are two things you are currently working on now. There's more knowledge to come your way, and it's going to teach you how to accept these things. It's also going to show you what it is that you want and things that you don't want. All right? Wow. That was a handful of information. I'm so happy I was able to provide all that beautiful information for you, Emma. Thank you so much. It was definitely a good thing. Good deal here. Good deal here. All right, guys. Well, it has been a beautiful show. I loved being here with you guys. Make sure you guys catch me here every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on My Psychic Connection. Emma says, yes, thank you for enlightening me. No problem. No problem. Guys, do know that Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, we've got Kay the Intuitive Empath. We got a full week of shows lined up for you guys. On Tuesdays, we've got Whispering from the Forest. No, it's Whispers from the Forest with our amazing squirrel. Guys, check her out, 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we got a metaphysical crone. Her name is Energy. Energy, the metaphysical crone at 10 p.m. Guys, check her out. She's on Wednesdays. And no one slings a card like Cassidy. Cassidy, the card slinger, on Thursdays, 10 p.m. And of course, Fridays with me, Journey. We're partying. We're having a good time. Guys, I'll catch you guys next week. Everybody have a beautiful night. And I'll see you later.